your makeup is melting off by noon, you're missing 4 steps, and most people only do 1. So here's exactly what you need to do. You need to be skin prepping, and that means adding hydration. Yes, even if you're oily, you need to be doing this. If your skin doesn't have enough hydration, your makeup is not going to apply nicely. Also, it will cause your foundation to get patchy. The most disgusting thing I learned as a makeup artist is if your skin does not have enough hydration, it looks for it in your makeup. So if your makeup's getting patchy, it is literally your skin begging for hydration and trying to soak the hydration out of your makeup. Also, if you have oily skin, making sure you're using a mattifying primer. All this prep really makes a big difference in how long your makeup's going to last. Next is choosing a foundation that's actually right for your skin type. If you're super oily, do not use a super glowy foundation. It's just going to get more greasy, more glowy, and melt off your face. And the opposite goes for dry skin. If you have dry skin, don't use a super matte foundation. It's going to get so crumbly, so cakey, and just sit on top of your skin, and it's just not going to wear well. Let me finish my creams, and then we're going to get into setting the makeup because that is the most important step. All my creams are on: cream bronzer, cream blush, concealer, everything. Now, setting powder. I use a tiny little brush, and I'm going to set all the places that I know my makeup wears off first. And also, as I always say, there is a difference between glowy makeup and shiny makeup, so these are areas you want to keep matte. If you really want to lock in all your makeup, you can put this all over your face, or if you're oily everywhere, or if you're super dry but you still want to use some kind of powder to take away that tackiness in your makeup and make it last a little bit longer, a finishing powder. A finishing powder isn't there to actually set your makeup and technically not there to prolong your makeup, but it's still a powder, so it is going to do that a little bit. But the main goal is to change the finish of your makeup, and in most cases, add a beautiful glow. That's why it's so good for dry skin, because it doesn't make it look super dry and cakey. As mentioned, I have combination skin, so I like using a setting powder first and then a finishing powder. You can also do this as your last step after your powder, bronzer, and blush to diffuse everything, just like so. Or if you're super dry, you could just skip all powder products, do all your cream, blush, bronzer, foundation, then this. Because as a makeup artist, you can definitely skip powder altogether, but it helps so much with prolonging your makeup. I've put so many people with dry skin onto finishing powders, and the way that their makeup just lasts a million times longer is crazy. So if all other powders have betrayed you, definitely try that out. And then the final step, which you might be doing but you might not be doing properly: setting spray, not finishing spray. And I know this is confusing, but just because your spray says setting spray doesn't mean it's actually setting spray. I've done a few videos on this, but it needs a film forming polymer. That's what's going to really prolong your makeup, make sure it doesn't fade, crease, all that. And I do this as my last step. It also just makes your skin look so much more alive. If you do all these steps, I promise you, your makeup will not come off.